Deadpool 2 is the R-rated comedy romp action superhero movie we've been waiting for. If you're like me who really did enjoy Deadpool 1, the deep the Blu-rays right here, then you probably were pretty sure you were going to like Deadpool 2. And I definitely did like Deadpool 2 to the point that I was having dreams after watching this movie. Now I'm gonna start off a little bit spoiler free. Then I'll mention right when I'm gonna get into some spoiler stuff talking about this movie. But first of all, I watched Logan, and I think Logan really did a great job portraying an R-rated superhero movie. Really dramatic, emotional stuff happening there. You really cared about Logan. You really cared what he was doing with X-23. I really liked that whole entire movie right there with Professor X. All that was really great. And I thought like going forward for like R-rated superhero movies, we're going to be trying to keep it more serious. Because for me, guys, I didn't see Deadpool 1 until the day I saw Deadpool 2. Let me explain that situation to you. I bought the Deadpool 4K Blu-ray months ago. Very, very months ago. But for some reason, I just kept on putting off watching, just feeling like, oh my god, it's going to be a comedy, R-rated movie. It's going to be probably really cheesy. Like, they do very bad sometimes. Like, Kick-Ass 2 wasn't as great as Kick-Ass. Sometimes just R-rated, superhero-themed things don't go as well as I would like. So I was feeling like I don't want to be disappointed with the character named Deadpool, even though all my friends said it was good. But I keep seeing these trailers for Deadpool 2, and it looks hilarious. So anyways, on the day Deadpool 2 came out, I decided, you know what, when I see Deadpool 2, I'm going to watch Deadpool 1 for the first time, obviously. So I watched it, had fun, it was funny, it was cool and everything, but it was just a really good movie. It wasn't like awesome, it wasn't everything. I'm going to say that Deadpool 1 was just a good movie. That was about it for me. But then something special happened. I went and watched Deadpool 2. Here we're going to get to the spoilers. This movie just elevated the first one to a whole nother. It made this movie better because it's just like how they link back, like the whole entire relationship with Deadpool and his girlfriend. They really excelled and pushed that forward. The whole entire thing about Deadpool as a character who can't die, he's trying to kill himself. Like there's a scene in the movie where Deadpool's sitting on a bunch of like oil canisters, a bunch of microwaves and toasters on, basically trying to make a big old bomb to blow himself up to kill himself, but it doesn't work. Colossus comes, finds and put all the pieces together, and he basically just grows back to be, well, Deadpool again, because his regeneration factor for being a mutant is just really crazy. And they show really how things are just going really crazy for Deadpool. Like, you know, his wife is who was gonna have a baby, was gonna die, and then, you know, he's trying to put the X-Force together because he's gonna try to save this little kid. And at the end, Juggernaut shows up, and the Juggernaut fight is like, wait, Juggernaut and Colossus are fighting. They're both CG characters, but it looks good. So, you know, you've seen movies before when you have two big CG characters fighting, it doesn't look all that great, but Juggernaut fighting against Colossus looked pretty damn good because it's all motion captured. And Ryan Reynolds is actually doing the voice for for Juggernaut, which was kind of funny as well. I just really enjoyed this movie because there was jokes after jokes after joke. He is a merc with the mouth, and it really did show in Deadpool 2. It really did excel at just throwing those jokes out there. Not every joke hit, but for me, it was proper that Deadpool was actually just keep throwing on jokes after jokes, because if you've seen him in other movies or other I shouldn't say movies, because the only other movie was live action movie was Deadpool 1, and then the that Wolverine Origin, which sucked, where they had his mouth all closed up, which is funny because they actually touched on that at the end of Deadpool. And I'm not going to talk about any of the post-credit scenes in this movie other than say that they are the best part of the movies, because I actually feel like everybody should actually experience those post-edit screens themselves, because they are legitimately the best part of the movie. They are so funny and so on point, it's unbelievable. If Deadpool 1 post-edit screens left you disappointed, Deadpool 2 over delivers with their post-credit scenes. It's like the best I've seen in any of the movies. Marvel, all movies I've watched, the best post-credit scenes are in Deadpool 2. Highly recommend you guys see that fresh for yourself, and I won't spoil it. And don't look up videos explaining it either. Go watch the movie, enjoy those. Don't leave the theater until you see all the post-edit screens. Now, with that out of the way, guys, let's get back into it. So with Deadpool just constantly cracking jokes over and over with Domino, with everybody, with Cable, all of them constantly. It really fits well with, well, the Deadpool comics, the animated movies. That's how he is as a character. All his jokes are not always funny. People just eventually just go like, oh, Deadpool, come on. We get it already. You're trying to be funny. Every other word does not need to be something hilarious. But that actually what makes Deadpool for me. That makes him more relatable to what he was in the comics and other media, like the animated movies and things like that he's been in the past. He is a merc with the mouth, and he's constantly throwing it out there. And his supporting cast, like the taxi driver he was interacting with in the first movie and then the second movie, his friend at the bar, Domino, her luck abilities, like really cool. Cable, he didn't really get expanded too much story-wise, background-wise, but I mean, a lot of us have been into the comic book scene for a long time. We know who Cable is. We know his background. We know whose son he is. So we don't need somebody going out and just like for 10-minute dialogue like, I'm Cable. This is who I am. This is what I am. So yeah, there's gonna be some people who go to theater, go see Deadpool 2, don't understand really why Cable is important, what his future is all about. But so what? They had him be a badass, kick-ass dude who ended up trying to say like, you know what? We have a bigger threat right now, and we need to come together and fight together. So let's go do it. And Deadpool, Cable working together. And this is something else you guys don't know. According to what we're reading online, is that he's going to be in like 5 movies. I'm not sure if that means that there's going to be 5 Deadpool movies, but he has some contract for 5 movies. So if it's going to be another Deadpool movie and some X-Men movies, we're going to have to see what the heck that's all about, because 5 movies is a lot. And then there's still the whole entire Marvel and Disney acquisition of 20th Century Fox, which would mean that the X-Men franchise will be going over to Disney. Then Marvel would have direct ownership of it, and how they're gonna go forward with all that, we don't really actually know how that's gonna happen. And plus, that deal is not even finalized yet, so there's other competition in that whole entire buyout of the X-Men license and all that, because 20th Century Fox has the rights to all that. So until we see where all that lays out, we can't even be fact saying like how many more Deadpool movies are we going to get, how many more X-Men movies we're going to get running by the same people. I mean, Dark Phoenix is supposed to be already finished filming, and I don't know if Cable's going to be there. I don't really feel like that's going to be a character that would show up in Dark Phoenix. It doesn't feel right, but if this guy has a contract or some type of deal to be in 5 movies, and this was like one of them, like that's 4 of the movies, so like they've really been thinking this stuff out. Like that's like how Marvel's been really thinking out, like, you know, we really got to see how these movies come out for years and years, of like, you know, a whole entire decade maybe of movies every 2 years, maybe like a decade worth of movies coming out from the X-Men and maybe Deadpool franchises. We got to see how that all plays out. But overall, let's just get back to Deadpool 2, which is the thing we're supposed to be talking about, not just the whole entire Marvel and X-Men franchise, which makes me very happy after seeing Deadpool 2, because the post-edit screens really just makes the future so much fun. So going to this movie to have fun, to hear a bunch of stupid and hilarious jokes, great supporting cast. Guys, they're so good. I don't think there's a bad actor in this. I don't think there is like really lame and like stupid parts of the movie. Like maybe somebody would say that the start of the movie was very, very slow in some ways, but I don't it pays off. Trying to do these emotional strings matter, because it matters to how the rest of the movie plays out. Like, the stuff like the big kid that's in this movie that has some firepower, his whole like progression through the movie is fun too. Like, he's just always kind of an asshole, but it pays off at the very end when things change. And Cable and Deadpool dialogue just messing with each other is fun as well. Colossus is just... You see this big ass metal armor dude laying in a bed, almost like curled up. Like, you don't expect to see this big hulking kind strong dude just being really like, I don't want to listen to you right now. It's just so funny. So that's just my personal opinions of Deadpool 2. I was literally dreaming about it last night. That's just how good it was to me. Thinking about the future, thinking about all the crazy things that could happen because of Deadpool 2. And I can't wait to see when they go into Deadpool 3. Or whatever they might call it, or if they do an X-Force movie, who cares? I loved it. I like Domino. I like Colossus. I like Juggernaut. I just like the supporting cast. I think they just did a good job casting everybody. I think they did a good job by just constantly cracking the jokes. I know it might seem excessive, but I think for Deadpool, it's right for them to just keep cracking them jokes out. Some of them will hit, some of them won't, but that is his character. He's just a merc with the mouth, and he's going to spit out dumb things constantly, and that does make it kind of interesting when he does get a little serious. Does it work? If I have to put one criticism that I could see some people tried to really tug on is like, why does Deadpool care about this kid and want to save him? And I can understand that they don't really give a big enough justification, but I think the justification, the little one that he got, was enough. He's about to die. He sees his girl, and the girl says, you know what, the kid, and like he cares about this. He thinks that's something important to her, and that's enough for him. That's the one person he really loved in his life, and what she cares about this kid. So I'm gonna do something for this kid. And it really, actually, if you think about real life, you know what? If your family tells you, your loved one, your mother, your father, your husband, your wife, whatever, if they tell you, like, you know what? Take care of the kid. Take care of the kids. And you really just like, you know what? I'm going to take care of the kid. I'm going to do right by their last wish. And if that's their last wish, the last thing you heard from your loved one, a lot of people will go a long way out of their ways to do that thing in real life. So I can see, like, sometimes love is not rational, you know, like, that's just how it is. When somebody's heartbroken, people do a lot of dumb things. And in this movie, Deadpool, so broken up about causing his girlfriend to get killed, he tries to kill himself, but, you know, we all know his healing factor is pretty good. We all know his healing factor is kind of on some next level type stuff here. So he wasn't going to die anytime soon. And Juggernaut are... best part of the movie, not best, I'm saying one of my favorite parts of the movie is Juggernaut just walking up to Deadpool saying like, yo, I'm gonna rip you in half now. He just rips him in half. Just picks him up, rips him in half. Like, yeah, Deadpool, you might have some good regeneration, but you're not strong enough to take on the Juggernaut. They never make Deadpool seem like all the best and the strongest. He's never that in the movie. Never, ever. He's just like the best and most strongest and the most skilled individual. That's just not him. There's lots of other characters that are more badass, more stronger. It's just that his healing factor makes him really annoying to deal with. Okay, I could go on this movie forever, but go watch it. That's my overall opinion of Deadpool 2. My reactions right now after seeing the movie yesterday and seeing Deadpool 1 at the same time, I think it actually elevated my opinion about Deadpool 1 even higher, which I think is nuts. Like, I was just like, yeah, it was good. I'm like, oh, it might be great. And Deadpool 2 was just awesome. Just awesome. This has been Biggie here with the Untitled Game Show. If you guys liked the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it's all good. Till next time, peace the heck out. If you guys want to support, there's a link in the description to my gaming chair that you guys see right here. Really comfortable. It's about $100. Lays all the way back and all that jazz. Whatever you want, all the way up. Put your foot up. It's fun. Pick one up if you need something. It's from Amazon affiliate, so I get a small percentage if you buy the gaming chair or anything else through that link. Till next time.